All right, what's up, y'all? It's Willie here. So I'm gonna go ahead and revamp the DPS loadout that we did previously. Um, well, I guess just a different version. That one's still fine if that's what you want to run. Although this one is going to focus more on ranged as opposed to the melee AoE, right? And then by the time you're seeing this, you'll see the little bit of parsers that I did at the beginning, and then of course I'll go ahead and attach the raid that I just posted like a day or two ago of the CTE run that we did, so you can see it in action in case you didn't see that. Because not a lot of people click on the gameplay, but if you want to see it in action, I'll go ahead and I'll tack it on to the end of this one as well. But this is just to show you what I'm running AoE wise, and then I'll do the single target as well, and we'll kind of talk about that because there's a couple things to say about it. But really quickly, you've already seen the parsers, you've seen what it looks like, you've seen the potential, so I kind of want to talk about it. So what's the loadout? It's going to be Arc Lightning, Tesla Ball, Voltaic Blast, Electrostatic Bomb, Electrogenesis, Circuit Breaker. I'll leave this up in case you want to put it in. Whatever you want to do, just look at it, whatever. I don't run Robot Sidekick. It's trash. I don't like it. I've said that before in the past, but it's very rare that I do run Robot Sidekick. It dies too quick. It takes too long to summon. Those couple of seconds that it takes to summon, that's hundreds of thousands of DPS that you're losing out on. So I try not to use it if I don't have to. Okay. Um, Electric, in a sense, really acts like nature as far as you really want to get your dots going. You really want to stack your dots. So that's why we use Electrogenesis and Tesla Ball. And then Electrostatic Bomb, it does have one good hit, right? So it has one decent AoE hit, and then it has 2 ticks after it. Okay. And then Arc Lightning will hit just about anything in the immediate vicinity. Okay, so it's just a really good AoE setup right there. And then Tesla Ball, like I mentioned before, is one that does build supercharge. It's one of the only dots, and I want to say the only dot that can build supercharge. If I'm mistaken on that, please update that in the comics. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head that generates supercharge continuously the same way that Tesla Ball does it. Every time it ticks, it generates supercharge. Other dots don't do that. So if you're like ice, fire, anything else, if you go to the testing targets and you just drop a dot, it's not gonna continuously tick supercharge. It may do one jump and then it'll stop. But Tesla Ball is always going right. So if I go ahead and I pop my circuit breaker, right, and I come over here and I run Tesla Ball, you can see it's always inching forward, right? So that is the actual loadout. Now, how we start, we always go with the longest one first, which is going to be Electrogenesis. It's going to be a 12-second cooldown, so we're going to start with that. We'll go to Tesla Ball. We'll go to Arc Lightning. We'll go to, I believe that's Voltaic Blast. And then we will go to Electrostatic Bomb. And then we'll rinse and repeat, right? Now, quick disclaimer here, Tesla Ball and Arc Lightning do kind of leave you stuck stationary. So just tap your weapon continuously to get out of it a little bit quicker. Like that. It's not going to immediately pull you out of it, but it will kind of help you get out of it a little bit quicker. And that's the AoE rotation. Now, it has the potential to be a pretty heavy hitter. I wash out Prec DPS with it all the time. It's not a big deal. It's just mean. And this is without Ebon, right? We're just running Strategist card, Quizlet, and then Transformation card. And then, of course, we have our artifacts that we swap, which we Mercy, EOG, Dead King Scepter, Philosopher's Stone, and then Scrap of the Soul Cloak. So if I am getting close, right, I would just swap it in, and then I'm ready to go again on the next one. And of course, you know, the higher you have that, the better. Obviously, 140, 160 are the better marks to have your scrap at, but that's what we're using to really take advantage of our circuit breaker. Okay, now that's the AoE side of it. You've seen the artifacts, and then you just swap transformation. You don't swap strat. The reason you don't swap strat is because it leaves you with this ugly hand animation that takes you out of combat. So we don't want that. We don't want to swap any artifact that takes us out of combat. That's why you swap transformation card, if you're wondering, right? And so that's the AoE setup, right? And then of course, max damage in the hands, tumbling master in the feet. Legs never really matter. There's never really anything applicable there, so just put whatever you want. Penetrating strikes in the chest, berserker in the back, escalating might in the neck, and then of course we are going to be running supercharged circuit breaker in the headpiece. Okay, and then when we do our weapon taps, blast adapter. As for the allies, I'm going to be running Black Adam for AoE, so we can get the power interaction. He's going to be far better for electric than something like Cyborg, because he does add a power interaction for us. We are going to be running static. He's a little bit lower, but still, we're going to be running the supportability electric overcharge. So we're going to be getting a supercharge increase, increases critical ability and critical weapon chance for 10 seconds relative to the supercharge. So we get a 2% buff right now because we're running circuit breaker, which is a 5k. But still, I mean that's 10 seconds of 2% additional might. That does come in handy. And that's on top of running Shazam. And my Shazam's at level 9. So at level 9, when I activate a combat ability, grants 5.5% might for 30 seconds. So I have a 30-second buff from Shazam. So Shazam hasn't changed. I did mention in the last video I was going to switch to static. And I have switched to static. So I kind of wanted to update that for you guys, okay? And then let's go ahead and move on to our single target here. Okay, so we are gonna go over here away from that guy. Now, as far as single target, let me just pull it up so that you can see. We get Heat Vision, Tesla Ball, Arc Lightning, Ionic Drain, Electrogenesis, and then Circuit Breaker. So again, we're not running Robot Sidekick. Just I absolutely hate him. He's just not good. Okay. If you're just running like Omni or something, fine. That's fine. You can run Robot Sidekick. But if you're really playing Elite and up, then it's just not ideal to have him at all. If you can supplement him with something else, I always recommend doing it regardless of your power. Okay. So that's why we run Electrogenesis in his place. So really quickly before I show you how the rotation runs, I have pretty much tried every setup I can to make Electric's single target might a little bit better than it is. I mean, it's decent as it is, but it doesn't perform exactly how I want it to. So I think that is really going to come down to changing out the artifact, so to speak. Now, what I have been told as far as the sauce, and I haven't tested it for myself, so do what you will with this information. As far as what I've been told, the sauce is Solar Amplifier, Strategist card, and Quizlet. Although I think you could supplement Quizlet for E-Bonds. But I will be getting Solar Amplifier to just try that setup, and I'll be getting E-Bonds as well Because we're going to try some different things. So when we change our single target later in the future, I'll update it as always. I always do. But for now, this is what I'm using. This is the best that we can get. So, we are always going to start with electrogenesis. Then we're going to go to Tesla ball. We're going to go to heat vision. We accidentally hit those targets over there. We're going to go to arc lightning and then ionic drain. So once again, Tesla ball, heat vision, arc lightning, ionic drain, electrogenesis, rinse and repeat, right? And then, of course, when you get into it, you can do your swaps. And that's it. So it just runs Tesla ball, heat vision, arc lightning, ionic drain, rinse and repeat, right? And that's it. It's pretty straightforward. As far as the parsers, they do tend to jump up there a little bit after you've ran for a few seconds. So when you're on the boss and you're constantly hitting it, you will see better numbers than that. But the reason I set it up this way is also because it does double as a little bit of AoE. So when you have those boss fights that have heavy ad phases, you'll have arc lightning, you'll have electrogenesis, you'll have Tesla ball, which can all double as single target and AoE to really take advantage of it and get the most out of it, right? And that way you won't really suffer too heavily on AoE damage. You can still come out on top in that aspect. You can really still pull away on them, and that's the goal, is to kind of stay as high as you can in all damage, not just AoE, not just single target. You want to be as high as you can in all damage. Like I said, I've tried every setup. I've tried running stuff without heat vision, and it's just not as good. Overcharge, Tesla Blast, or whatever it's called, they're just not as good. But you can see we can get up to 1.8, 1.9 with just the setup right here. But like I said, these aren't the final artifacts for single target. It's just what I'm trying. And I've tried a couple of different artifacts. They've even tried, allies. They've even tried using the Batman ally with the counter. And the parsers were actually lower. So, whatever that means. I'm going to do some more testing, though. We'll try some different setups. And then, like I said, when I figure out the single target, I'll let you know. The AoE is fantastic. Got no complaints about the AoE. The single target just leaves something to be desired, but it's not that bad. You're not going to get murdered entirely. If you're going against the DPS, yeah, they're probably going to swatch on boss damage. Not AoE, but boss damage. They may pull ahead of you. But it's not a big deal, guys. Even when you're DK swapping, it's really tough to pull out on that. But ultimately, I prefer to play Might far more than Precision myself. I run Precision sometimes. But, we've played this game long enough. Just play what you want. Have fun. Don't worry about sweating too much, right? And so that's it. That is the AoE setup for electric and the single target setup for electric. So the allies, like I said, they don't change. The artifacts don't change, at least not yet. They will on single target, but I don't have anything better for the single target setup. I just really need to test some stuff on that. But I don't think you can go wrong with Solar Amplifier. Like I said, I've seen it in action in CTE, and it was putting some nasty boss damage. against the Prec DPS. Okay, but that's what I got for you today, guys. Just a quick update between the grinding here, and like I said, I'll go ahead and tack on that CTE run at the end of this so that you can see what it looks like. Same video from the hardcore parkour beat, but we might as well just tack it on here so that way you ain't got to switch videos or nothing, because why not? I'll catch you next time. As always, if you're new to the channel, consider sticking around. We appreciate it. If you're returning, well, you're just here to talk about it again. So I really do appreciate you guys coming back. I'll catch you next time. We'll be out and stay frosty.
Ammunition slabs.
It's just ahead. Hecate and her ritual to destroy
Song.
all of magic.
Remember, destroying all magic affects you as well, Circe.
Of course, that's why I've aligned with Earth's mightiest legends, even against my own patron.
You will halt.
You probably will.
Burn through your magic and turn it to
They could last
me,
one here.
Hecate.
I'm going for it.
No,
Yeah.
magic belongs to the world.
Oh, foolish Amazon. In a world
Some
without
of you
magic,
do-
Hecate's champion
do.
reigns supreme.
My champion, you will return your magic as well.
Why don't you go get that bastard?
It's not fair.
I'm gonna get it when we have
You must defeat us both.
Yeah, I'm seeing that it's useful for a couple different cheeses.
Yeah. Doing my job here.
I don't see no circle. I'm really not seeing any of it.
You guys can
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
usually just charge her, and then if she does that jumpy, spinny thing, I just jump towards her. So she does that dervish or something. Right now. And I'll jump towards her.
Convex lightning. Acrobatic.
He's loading.
She shielded. Convex lightning. Wine.
You know what? I'm not gonna get DK up on double arch because I see the cancer of that shit. Like, I don't even play the game at that point. You just get your inventory all the time, swap it. Yeah, I'm good. I don't actually take it.
Right. Shielded. What killed you? Oh, are you
My
gonna?
railgun.
Sorry. Oops.
Dignity, the betrayal. She would dare.
Baby,
I
he's
will
last.
trust that we are now fully aligned against this threat.
I see the
Vengeance will be ours together. I know just how to interrupt. Don't you follow me. I warned you.
What happened to Jib?
What do you mean? He's inside.
and where is one?
My children, magic is too powerful for mortals. Its destruction is my responsibility and burden. Magic is a powerful tool, but its power belongs to the people.
We will rein you in, goddess.
My beautiful, willful
AoE
children
was keeping up.
will try. Mortals of Earth,
Nice.
for your powers, give them to me.
You didn't change it, right? Since you gave it to me?
No, I didn't.
Friends, you've been affected by Hecate. Fight your way out of her curse, out of the collective unconscious, and back to us. We cannot overpower you all.
Circle button breaker? It's like 3 times in it.
Also, my card is not 200, so they're not getting my tetra is. So you're getting a
Well, correct.
Hurts me to close the world off from magic. I hope not one of those you bet me.
Ninja roll engaged.
Follow my voice. Look for my aid.
That's crazy. Puddle spawned like right underneath my feet. I instantly turned into the ghost. Yeah, bitch! I was gonna say, I didn't want to say it out loud. I was like, I didn't get hit yet. Good shit. Hostage MVP.
Right? Nice. Yeah, we can fucking,
W group for not getting hit by the bubbles.
right, we can fucking quit right now.
Super
I don't
right?
Yeah, fuck this
Fuck that right now.
Your minds are yours once more.
I just
Rejoin
got
the
enough
fight
out of
in
that
the real world.
SFE raid to finish off my arena.
It was my trolling, I just want to say. I'm joking.
for sure.
How could mortals overthrow
Now I
my
gotta buy it on
influence?
Queen. Nice.
Their strength comes from within.
And it would seem the goddess of magic is sleeping. It's just the right time for a shot.
Yeah, W fucking deep runs this seriously.
Sort of.
It is.
Sort of.
It is. Counts, that counts.
Fucking damn you, dude.
I didn't want to say the media because I was like, somebody's gonna get hit by a bubble. You know, like I didn't know it or whatever. I was like,
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it. I was like, I haven't gotten hit by one yet. I wonder if anybody else has.
right? So, right. Right? I don't give a fuck.
Take
I'm
all
thinking
this
about all those.
face.
Right?
Your feet. God damn. That was some good shit. Not even trying.
Not even close. I knew it. Like, I knew that someday we were gonna get it. Like, not trying.
Okay. Trying to get some pin. Hey, what are doing next? This is a lead round.
Right?
What did I expect?
Walk right out of my way.
You should save it
That's
always
why
for the next
I usually only drop it in here when she's doing that fucking water, the bubble shit where she shoots all the bubbles at you. The AoE move. Yeah. Because she stays in one spot for a little bit. The only predictable times.
This is best
Children, despite
run ever.
danger,